Dudes and Dudettes, Mr. Theorist here, and welcome back to Geeky Archives, the lovely podcast where we talk a lot of nonsense. This is me and lovely Draven. Say hi.
Hi. What?
Don't do that boy, okay? I was going to say don't do the voice all the way through.
Hi. That's him gone. It looks like it's just going to be me on this one.
No, it's the Mr. Theorist channel.
Here you go.
Shut up. Anyway, we're losing track here.
We always do.
I know we do.
But then again, not this early on.
No. Where is it? Lovely Draven, hello.
Yeah, you got it.
The Geeky Archive is where me and this... I almost called you a certain word. I realise society doesn't allow us to say it to normal people anymore.
What's normal?
Oh no, it's the new N word for certain groups of people.
Oh.
No. I almost said no. You can't say the word nonce anymore.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. I've been called numerous things. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. I was just like,
No.
oh my god, we're literally like 2 minutes in. No, 2 minutes in. God damn it. Right.
God damn it, Napper.
I'm just lost now. The Geeky Archive, where we just talk a lot of nonsense about religion,
Anything and everything.
and TV, and we just have a real good vibe.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy. And this week's video, we are going to be looking into Angelology.
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 I know you're interested in it.
Oh, definitely. Because the thing is most people when they say the word angel, they think like the human.
Humans with wings.
Yeah, but then like you go into like the more horror movies and things where they start talking about angels properly. They talk about the angels that are more made out of massive wheels with eyes all over.
Yes, yeah. Well,
Do both exist?
yes.
Oh, so there's just different degrees of angel-looking beings.
There's 9 orders of angels.
Do they all look different?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, no.
We're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, so as you can tell, guys, we're jumping into Angelology, and I'm just gonna hand the mic over, mate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in my cherry coat and just let
And just
you.
gourmet.
I'm just.
Well, obviously,
my brain's
angelology.
gonna melt.
Yeah.
Probably within 10 minutes.
Well, obviously, angelology. It starts right at the top. God, Father of all. He created the angels.
Is he an angel?
No, he's everything. He's the creator.
Yeah.
So, because obviously, with
God is a he.
in some religions, he, some not. Depends on what you look at it.
But this is more covering
This,
Christian.
Is what I've got here and what I know is pulled from Christianity, Islam,
Right.
and Judaism.
Islam.
Yes,
Oh yeah, because there's actually like
they have angels in Islam.
because they're actually very similar in religions, aren't they?
They are all 3 of them are Abrahamic religions. They are all born from the same area. In fact, Christianity and Islam are both born from Judaism.
Let this infight.
Yeah, I
Come
know.
on, guys.
Because
We all come from the same
when
place.
you look at, see the Bible, you've got the New Testament and the Old Testament.
Yeah.
The Old Testament is the Jews' Torah.
Oh, that's their religious text.
That's their religious text. The Old Testament.
See, this is what I say about Christianity.
But yeah, so
You don't match it up with some of the older ones. Like,
no, because it's such a worldwide. But that's because we live in Western society.
this is why you just sit back and just listen to the fantasy story about all this.
So as I mentioned earlier, there's what they call the 9 choirs of angels, and these basically go from they ascend from earth to heaven. So basically from humans to God.
Okay.
That's the way the hierarchy works.
Okay.
And then these 9 choirs are split into 3 threefold orders.
Literally like a choir then.
Yes, you've got the highest order, which there's 3. The middle order, there's 3. The lowest order, there's 3.
Okay.
So we'll start with the lowest order.
Yep.
Because they're the ones that you mentioned. They're the human-like angels.
Yeah, like your Gabriel. Your Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, sorry.
Yeah. So the lowest
Michael.
order,
Yeah.
you have the principalities. They don't have a mentioned form. They're just known as the principalities. Some say that they are like the other two in the order, that they're human-like, but it's never officially stated. So the other ones, so the principalities are the highest of the lowest order.
Right, no, that makes sense.
So the next one down in the lowest order is the archangels.
Oh, they're the ones that people will know as Michael.
The 7 archangels.
Yeah.
You have
If you've
Michael,
got, like,
Supernatural, Lucifer,
yeah.
any show like that.
Yeah.
You have Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Camiel, Raphael, Jophiel, and Zadkiel.
I generally feel like if God is real, right, and he was naming all these kids, he just like named a bunch of them and went, you're gonna be the different name, but sounds almost immediately like your brothers. So go through some of them again.
You got Michael,
Yeah.
Gabriel,
Yeah.
Uriel,
Uriel.
Camiel.
You're Uriel, and you're Camiel.
Yep. Oh, wait till I get into the names of some of the other named angels.
It's just like he got more slurry as he was naming each of the kids. You're
Most of, if not all of them, end in Eel, as in I-E-L. Most of them end in that.
Is there a significance, like in
It's-
the text?
It's never stated as to what it is. It's just these are the named angels, and these are pulled from, like I said before, the 3 religions. So then, obviously, the lowest of the lowest order is the guardian angels.
Yeah.
So basically, the angels that interact with humans the most.
Right.
So basically, what people consider guardian angels, like you've got the angel on your shoulder, devil on the other.
Yeah.
Sort of like that's sort of like a guardian angel. Someone who's
Right,
trying to look out for you, push you in the right
trying
direction.
to guide you correctly.
Yeah.
In the eyes of God.
Yeah. So the archangels and the guardian angels are the ones most people associate with angels. The humans with the wings.
Yeah.
So the next order, the middle order. This time I'll start from the bottom of it. You've got the powers. As their name suggests,
Yeah, interestingly,
they're the powers.
That's the same name that's used for the higher beings in the TV show Angel. Is they're called the powers. And
Yeah,
maybe
they're
that's what they're based on. That's
possible. The next one in the middle order is the virtues.
Wow, yeah, a bit pompous now. The power.
Oh no, the highest of the middle order is called the dominions.
Cool.
They have dominion over things. So imagine in other religions.
Angels are sounding less like the good guys in this situation.
And then obviously they have, so like the dominions, imagine them as like gods in other religions. They have a certain area.
Okay.
And they have
Demigods.
No. Thor has the power of thunder.
Yeah.
So his dominion is thunder and lightning.
Oh, okay.
The dominions have control over certain things, but not full control. That only belongs to God.
Yeah.
So the highest order, which are the creepy looking ones?
Well, they want the big wheels with the eyes on.
That's one of them.
Okay.
So again, I'll start with the lowest in that order, which is the Ophanim, also called the Thrones, which are the ones you were talking about.
No.
But it's not one wheel. It's 2 interlocking wheels,
Yeah.
that
Two
spin.
interlocking wheels with
That-
eyes on.
fully covered in
Yeah,
ice,
fully
inside
covered
and
in
outside the wheel,
Yeah.
surrounded by fire. And these are said, they're called thrones because these are basically the wheels that carry God's throne.
Wait.
And they protect
So-
God's throne.
So hang on. God created all these angels, and then was like, right, you guys, right, you were the ones that were just made out of pure things I just had lying around. So you are going to be wheels when I want to ride around. Why would you want to ride around? Oh God, you could literally be anywhere at any moment.
I know.
No, I want to sit on my throne and I want to ride around.
I know. The next one, the cherubim, or otherwise known as cherubs.
Okay.
They're
like
not.
Cupid.
No, they're not chubby little angels.
Oh.
They're nothing like chubby little angels.
Aww.
This is what I'm saying. People always assume angels and the closest angels to God are human-like.
So guys,
They're not.
If you've got kids listening to this, they're probably gonna have nightmares now if you're like, hey, Cupid's gonna help you fall in love one day.
Well, Cupid's a Greek god.
Under the steel.
Yeah, Cupid is the Greek god of love. He's one of the erotes that we mentioned when we were doing the Greek one.
I want to remember that. You know when we're doing the headcanon and we're talking about like everything, like if Cupid come from Greek, why is he now in Christian religion? It's like just
Appropriation.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Interesting.
the cherubs, they are four-winged beings.
Four-winged
Yep,
beings.
yep. With the head of a human,
Right.
the head of a lion, the head of an ox, and the head of an eagle.
On what body?
One body with four heads.
What's the body?
You don't see the body. The wing on what two sets of the wings are covering the body. And they have the feet of a cow.
Right. God got drunk or high when making them.
You have no
Oh
idea.
God! Like, oh my, no.
So they are the second in the highest order.
Right.
The highest of all the angels, the ones closest to gods, are the seraphim,
Oh, that rings a bell.
the seraphs. They have 6 wings.
These are like warrior angels, aren't they?
They are God's strongest angels.
Yeah.
So they have 6 wings. 2 cover their heads, so you can't see their face. 2 cover their feet, and then 2 are used to fly with.
Is there something in the religion about face being covered and feet being covered or something?
No, not as far as I'm aware. But yeah,
Why would you have wings to cover your face then?
because they are so angelic. They are whereas
is
the
it to do with the whole like looking
seeing,
at the light of God?
yes, and they are
dying?
the closest beings to God.
Oh, isn't it nice of them? Like, hey, we're hardcore angels, but we don't want to murder you on sight. So
Yeah.
we're gonna cover our faces.
So yeah, so
On our feet, well, we don't want you taking pics of that. In the end.
well no, basically it says that their heads were covered and their feet. Basically, they had one set of wings to fly with.
Yeah.
The other wings were basically just covering their body.
Yeah.
So all you saw was 6 wings with 2 of them flying. And like light shining around them. That's all you would see. So yeah, so biblically accurate angels
Weird.
are scary. So yeah. Mhm. So yeah, so for anyone out there, if I've ruined your image of angels,
Do you have any like Armageddon stories or anything? And like anything to do with like how these angels
well,
interacted and stories or whatever?
not so much. No, I mean, a lot of the biblical stories, like, well, when you read the biblical stories and you, like, an angel appears to people and
Yeah.
it says, "Be not afraid." The reason they say that is because it's one of the angels from the highest order, because they're not human-like. So,
Not the angels that are human.
because the archangels and the angels, they're there to protect humanity. The highest order, they're the ones closest to God. They are actually communing with God. So they give his messages out.
Yo, why wouldn't it would make so much more sense to just
I
go,
know.
right, Mary's asleep, tippy tap, you're not pregnant. Right. Michael, you're gonna tell Mary when she's awake, because you look more like her, that she's pregnant. Okay, bye. That
Yeah.
would make more sense to me. Like,
Yeah.
don't be afraid.
Yep.
Sorry, I can't be with you like that.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, angels they're an interesting thing. So one thing, like we was mentioning about the archangels, there's 7 of them. Do you know why there's 7 of them?
Why?
The 7 heavenly virtues. You've heard of the 7 deadly sins?
Oh, it is like the thing.
The contrary.
To be good.
Yes.
Oh.
I know. So.
Oh, go on then.
Chastity.
Don't have sex, guys. It's wrong.
Temperance.
Is that like, don't lose your shine, basically?
I have got it right down because I struggle sometimes. Self-restraint.
Yeah. So basically, okay, that one makes sense.
Charity.
Okay, again, that one's alright.
Diligence.
Okay, again, that one's alright.
Kindness.
Again, that's alright.
Patience.
Again, that's alright.
And humility.
Okay, then why did we start it off by winding everyone up with like, hey, don't have sex?
I know. But
I wonder if it's more because in ancient times, teaching humans like, look, these are the things you needed. Like, because if we're going off like the idea we were talking earlier about how if this religion in a way is true, then what if it's actually the continuation of an older religion? And we were talking about how it could, like, Ragnarok takes
yeah,
place.
some people believe and have said that Christianity is basically post-Ragnarok religion.
Yeah, and God could either be Balder
or Loki.
I headcanon Loki more. Looking at the way that God interacts with humans and stuff, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna create my child, and I'm gonna make him grow up and become a human and humanize and understand what it means to be a human being, and then when he's old enough to kind of really understand life, being like, hey, dude, you're gonna die now, like. I'm sorry, I get that it's because it's about the sins of mankind, but hey, dickish, dude.
No.
Like, why not just have it appear one day, have him do some like amazing things like he did in the old days, where like, hey Jesus, I want you to go and just like pop the heads of 3 kings in front of everyone, and then be like, hey, I'm the Son of God. Everyone goes, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we believe you.
And then appear to everyone and go, right, you're all gonna be good, right? Because otherwise. If you're my son, what do you think I'm going to do the rest of the year?
Yeah.
That would make so much more sense. Instead of letting someone grow up and then be like, oh, let's sacrifice.
Yeah, but the thing is, with that story, what a lot of people don't understand is the way they see it is that Jesus is one part of God.
So it's God experiencing.
So, and also Jesus knew of the plan to begin with. He knew he was being sent to Earth to be sacrificed.
Then, but doesn't it? I thought there was that story where the demon, the
devil tempted.
The devil tempted him
in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he already knew,
because
what did it matter?
Because it was the thing is the way people see it is yes, Jesus is part of God, but he is the human part of God.
Yeah, but if you already knew the plan from the very beginning and he knew he was going to die,
he was human. And he was born with everything humans have. Free will.
So he could still be tempted?
Yes.
The temptation was still always
there?
Yes,
so Jesus was human. He could be tempted. He had free will.
That's just weird, man.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to justify it, but I'm like, but it's God, and God wants you to experience, but it's like, isn't the whole thing that God is everything anyway? Why would God need to experience?
I know. It's when you delve into it, it's hard to
this is why
understand.
This is why having God be Loki and have it be like humanity is now rebuilding after a Ragnarok style event, and so going back to where we started this whole tangent being like humanity's not getting any of the good stuff. They are like doing really badly. I think if you're going to guide mankind to do better, if you've got a bunch of like AIDS-ridden people or like just lots of sexually transmitted stuff going on, saying chastity, I guess, would kind of make sense.
But also, it was with a lot of things there. It was the thing of it should only be within the confines of marriage.
Why?
Cultural things. It was different culture. The thing is, it's quite a broad thing
when
to.
grown-ups should have discussions about sex, you need to understand that. And I know apart from girls losing their hymen and stuff, there's not really a big deal every time you have sex.
Yeah, but the thing is, the whole thing with the hymen is bullshit.
Yeah, because you can break it from anything anyway.
A woman can snap when a woman goes horse riding.
Exactly.
When they're doing exercise.
Exactly. So why do we make a big deal then?
Because
about
it's
purity
society.
and virgin and,
It's society. Yep.
But the thing is, society lords over us like we're like we should be told how to live our lives. Yeah, the ones that basically get to decide how society runs, are they really doing good?
Exactly.
Like, look, without going into too many politics, like, let's look around the world. How much has people on top really made the correct decisions? We're at a point now where climate change is getting really bloody bad now.
Yep.
And they've got the power to immediately make changes. None of them are.
Yeah. But yeah. People.
God. Basing your virtues off society, I think that's kind of silly. Anyway.
So
you got the 7 virtues.
So
I think they're all good except for the chapter.
So the 7 virtues apply to all 7 of the archangels. They all 7 have to.
Oh, so only angels have to follow that then?
No. It's for everyone. It's just if an angel doesn't, they fall.
Okay.
Hence where we get the term fallen angels.
So which one did Lucifer do then?
And Lucifer's different. His wasn't.
Oh, his fall was because he chose God, wasn't it?
We'll get to that. Because that's part of demonology, not angelology.
In your headcanon then, if we accept that Loki is God, right, who do you think Lucifer is? Because he's trying to definitely define Loki, so who do we think he is?
Well, there was more. The thing is, it depends on how you look at it, or in which one you look at, which one is which. Because if you look at it, if Balder is God,
Loki could be
Lucifer is Loki. The other way round, Loki is God, Balder could be Lucifer. Because it's.
But that means Balder just goes bad then.
But is Lucifer bad?
Yeah, I guess. To be honest, yeah. That's the thing. Is
Lucifer is painted bad by God.
Yeah.
I mean,
guess,
I've actually got a story that I'm working on that's quite an interesting one. I've not done too much. You might actually want to be a part of it. It's called Angels Below.
Okay.
Where God is actually the villain.
Oh, do you know, I've actually done a few headcanon.
And Lucifer fell because he found out God's plan for humanity and tried to stop it.
Oh, dude, that's
which is
proper right.
Which is why
amazing,
Lucifer tries to commune with humans, tries to teach humans.
Knowledge.
Exactly.
That's what it led to me.
Exactly. That's where the story idea came from.
Exactly. To me, when it comes to Christianity and stuff, it's well, what was the apple? What was it really? Was it
even an apple?
Was it? Well,
no. If you actually look in the Bible, it doesn't actually specifically say apple. It says fruit of knowledge, the tree of knowledge.
But they say, so they say tree of knowledge. They say actually tree of knowledge.
One translation says the tree of knowledge.
Is that the accepted translation?
Most of the time, yeah.
So knowledge. So we were kicked out of the garden for
wanting
knowing
knowledge.
Stuff.
Yep.
For gaining the ability to know or to gain information or something, we were kicked out of the garden. So to me, Loki's God. Loki is God. And so what? So Loki subjugated whoever was left after Ragnarok. Subjugated Balder. Balder then was like,
nope.
Yeah, dude, I don't like what your plan for humanity is. I don't like you building this group of people and then just leaving them to it, and then berating them when they get something wrong. Kind of messed up.
But when you hear the stories of old of Loki, that's about on par for Loki.
Well, yeah.
So it's an interesting story, that one. But yeah, it's a story I think you might be interested in.
Man.
Yeah, that I actually did, where the fall of Lucifer was actually because Lucifer found out what God's plan was, and he didn't want to be part of it, and he tried to help humanity. So God cast him out, painted him as the evil one.
I'm interested if Balder and Loki are the stand-ins for them. Why didn't Loki just kill Balder?
Because Balder's immortal.
Is he immortal?
The only thing that can kill Balder
It's mistletoe.
is mistletoe. Yeah. The only thing that can kill Balder is mistletoe.
I guess Balder revolted before Christmas.
But yeah, so yeah, it's an interesting concept.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll lose track. We can go
Yep.
back. You.
Well, so
they
that's-
have to live by their virtues.
Yep. Otherwise they
are
fall.
cast down.
Yep.
By fall, does it mean they just become human then, or do they fall?
They
like
become fallen angel. They can. Well, it depends. It's never actually specified whether they, how they become fallen angels or demons, depending. I think
Okay.
it's down to the severity of what they do.
Basically, God decides whether or not they
Yeah.
just get cast out, or whether they get.
And if they become
demons.
fallen angels, they're still angels. They still have angelic abilities.
Yeah, like
And-
Lucifer. Well, the thing is, Lucifer actualizes. Remember,
No,
how much
you're-
of Lucifer have you seen?
all of it. You're talking that. I'm actually talking.
Yeah,
Canonically
I know.
biblical. So, in this, Lucifer falls to the lowest depths. He is cast completely
Into
out.
hell, isn't it?
Yes. Whereas other fallen angels, they still have all their angelic abilities. They still have wings.
They just can't get into heaven, can they?
No. But they still want to appease God to some degree.
Stockholm syndrome much?
Yeah. So...
No, please, life will stop. No, you can't come home.
So I'll get on to naming some of them.
Cool, go.
The one I'm going to start with, I think you will absolutely love the name.
Metatron.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yes.
Alan Rickman, man. That's Alan Rickman, Ken Darling. Have you seen the film Dogma?
No.
Dude, watch Dogma.
But yeah, no.
Dogma's so cool.
Metatron is actually a biblical angel.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
One of God's
What?
strongest.
what Dogma, going on a tangent here, like Dogma is a cool is a cool movie done by, have you heard of Kevin Smith?
Yes.
He's done a whole bunch. It's like a Kevin Smith universe because his films kind of make references to each other. And Dogma is about two angels who have fallen and they were cast out of heaven. They had most of their angelic powers still, so it's following a lot of this. I can't remember. One was helped to guide the murder of all of the Egyptian firstborns.
All right. Yeah. That.
If you say the name, in my mind, you be like, yes, I know.
I think that. The thing is, I don't think that angel is actually mentioned. The thing is, with that story, it's God Himself that comes down and causes it, but there is an angel that passes through first. But I can't remember if it's named
so it's
or not.
him and another one. And the way they say it in Dogma is they went on like a bender and slaughter, and God was like, yeah, no, and kicked him out. And then the story of Dogma is them trying to get to this church where the new priest is like, hey, Christianity needs to evolve, man. We need to get better. And it's like an okay Jesus, and it's like a really cartoony Jesus giving a thumbs up, like, hey. And it's like anyone who steps through the church doorway will be forgiven by God. And supposedly, because the way God created the universe, if someone who is holy representation of God
believes it,
says something
it comes
in
to
God's
be.
name, it comes to be. So they're like, oh yeah, let's pass through this doorway, and then we can be like resolved for our sins and everything will be fine. But it turns out that actually, like, they were sent this newspaper to tell them of this church by another demon who's like, oh yeah, if God's word is defied, the universe ends. And so when they pass through, the whole point would be they would be defying God, so like we were never like back in heaven.
Yeah.
And so when they pass through, become human, their plan is to die, and their soul goes up to heaven.
Yeah.
But that would be defying God. But in that, God's a female as well.
Well,
tell you it's good. It's good.
Some iteration. The thing is, a lot of the time, a lot of religions will say he when they speaks God. But if you actually, from what I've looked at and researched, if you actually look at some of the original transcripts, like the original writings, it's never actually specified whether it's male or female. It's kind of just a generic term.
Yeah.
It's never, but obviously through the years, through society.
Misogyny.
But the thing is, God is formless, so
it doesn't matter exactly.
It can be whatever it wants to be.
See that idea there, God is formless. Like God can be anything, right? That's why cosmetic surgery that we have, right? And it basically allows us to be whoever we want to be, right? That's why I find it so weird that so many supposed Christians are against like the whole trans thing.
Yeah, but what?
Because it's like,
no.
but it's just like men. It's just men and women transcending who they are, guys.
Yeah, but the funny thing is,
what?
The funny thing is, on that, I've actually got the perfect thing with this. People go on, like a lot of Christians go on and on about, oh, you shouldn't be changing yourself. God made you perfect just the way you are. You shouldn't be doing anything. And if you look at the people, it's like, okay, take off your glasses, take up that fake tan off, take that hair dye out. That's not what God made you with.
Yeah.
God made you with bad eyesight.
Stop cutting your hair.
That's the perfect counter argument to it, because they can't say anything against. Like, well, I'm made in God's image, but I'm changing it. But it's okay for me to change it, but not them.
Exactly. But that's what I'm on about. Is like, I thought the whole point was humans getting as close to God as possible.
Yeah.
If we are like being able to physically change our bodies through like chemical changes, physical
surely
changes and
that's
stuff, surely that's getting closer to God. That's beginning to transcend the normal like physicalness that we are.
Yep.
Like, so I find it so weird that so many Christians are like,
because
hey, it's wrong. It's like, well,
so many people are blindsided and brainwashed by people who claim to have read the Bible but haven't, because they just want to teach what they want. They want to teach hate, and they use Christianity as a form of it.
And but the thing is, we know what that causes, though. Is that causes the
split of the church.
The uber atheists who will look at our video and probably be like, well, they're believing it a bit much, and it's like, well.
Yeah, but
like, it's
free
more of
to.
A spiritual thing. That's the thing. It's more of a spiritual thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't define my physical.
No.
Like,
it's just something that's I'm interested in and helps me through certain things.
Exactly. It helps me through certain
And that's the
aspects.
difference between belief and religion.
Yeah. That's why we have a belief, man.
Yeah. So
anyway, sorry, we're getting off track.
Some of the other angels.
Metatron in Dogma is played by Alan.
Yeah. So Metatron.
Yep.
So you've watched the TV show Lucifer.
Yeah.
Amenadiel.
Yeah.
Is actually named a named angel.
See, I think Lucifer didn't name most of the angels correctly, didn't they?
Most of them, apart from one.
Who?
Handjob deal.
What?
Yeah. Do you know the scene where God's on Earth doing the barbecue? Oh yeah, my sword. Yeah.
Anyway, the God's doing the barbecue.
Yeah, where his retirement barbecue.
I wasn't paying too much attention at that point.
No, it's only a quick little quip.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that show, one of the angels is named Handjob Deal. Yes. Other than that one, most of the angels that are named.
What's his name meant to sound like?
No. That one was just put in for the writers as a joke.
Does it not sound like any name that's actually there?
No, it was literally just put in for a joke.
I thought maybe it was like the writers being like, yeah, we can't pronounce this one. Just call it Handjob Evil.
No. Another one, Sandalphon.
Sandalphon. That's a cool name.
Yep. And then we get into a lot, as you can see, a lot of the Eels. There's a lot of them.
Eels.
Yep. So you've got Raziel.
Yep.
Jeremiel. Sarathiel, which is another one named.
And these are all like.
These are angels. These are all angels.
Angels, aren't they?
Well, so it's never specified which ones they are. These are just named angels. I mean, some sources say Metatron is a seraphim. He is God's greatest angel.
Yeah.
So the strongest angel, no one can beat him.
So even though they've divided all the angels into the categories and everything, they've not named the angels in those categories.
Other than the 7 archangels, most of the time, no. You've got Azrael, not to be confused with Azrael.
Of course!
Asmodel, Zuriel, yeah, there's a lot of them. Uziel, Vahiel, a lot of them. One name that you will know, Samael.
Samael, yes. Hellboy. Hellboy had Samael in it.
Yeah, Samael, the Desolate one.
Yeah, the one that couldn't die and it kept reproducing itself.
Yep.
Is that literally what the angel does?
He's the angel of death, or one of the angels of death.
Um.
Oftentimes linked to the demoness Lilith,
Oh.
the first woman.
Yeah. I know about that first.
Yep. So,
Supernatural talk about.
ha. But yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot, and like we said, these aren't specifically said which ones they are. They're just named. These are hard to say.
Go on, come here. Let's give it a go.
If you can read my writing.
So
we've done that one.
Metatron, Raziel, Kaziel, Mameliel.
No, that's a H.
Oh,
Haniel, I think that one
Haniel,
Sandalphon.
Sandalphon, Mawahid,
Barachiol.
Oh, why did I not do a B?
Then it's
Barachiel,
Jagudiel, Selethiel,
we're doing it, guys. We're doing it.
Jeremiel, I've said, Sarathiel, Phanuel, Raguel, Adriel, Berberos, that one's easier to say, Cambiol, Zagiol, Zafkiol, Zachariol, Verkiol, Vehuol, Vassariah, Selathiol, and I think it's Jehoiel, Amenadiel.
I was a Menadil.
See what I mean? Some of them are hard to say.
Some weird names.
Yeah. So
I reckon they should have just named him Ted, Dave, Barbara, Brian. But
Well,
it's so much better.
The thing is, as well, with these, it's never stated their gender. So we don't
Genderless, man.
we don't know whether they're male or female.
See, it's the only problem with humans, man. And biological things on this plane. You
So,
want to transcend? Don't be either.
So, as we said with one of them, Azrael,
Azrael, yeah.
angel of death.
Yep.
Now, I've kept this one separate because some sources say that still in heaven. Some sources say fallen angel.
Oh, interesting.
So it's not fully known as to which one.
Interesting.
So speaking
What's his story? Like,
basically he's the angel of death. So when he appears, basically it's an omen of death.
maybe he's one of the angels they were talking about in Dogma.
Possible. Well, in Lucifer.
Is that the imaginary friend of
Yes,
the
Ella.
forensic girl?
Yep. Yeah. Azrael, angel of death.
Yeah. I don't know, were those episodes now canon? Because they were made by the Prime show for season 3, weren't
All
they?
of it's canon now.
I can't remember if they'd canonised those things. Those
Yeah, no.
episodes happening.
As far as I'm aware, all of it's canon.
If it is, cool, wicked. I can't remember. Actually,
Yeah. So speaking of fallen angels,
Mm-hmm.
the fallen angels actually go by various names.
Yep.
And this is all pulled from the book of Enoch, which is one of the apocryphal books of the Bible.
Apocryphal?
Yeah, it's not in the Bible, but it is a book of the Bible.
Why is it not in the Bible? Was it taken out?
Because the Roman Catholic Church, King James, stripped things out of the Bible.
Oh yeah, I forget we did that in history.
Because there's like 88 books of the Bible, but there's only like 62 or something.
See, that's another thing. Like, how can people be hardcore Christian if you've got so many variations with pieces removed?
Because the thing is, you've got the 4 Gospels. There's actually way more.
Yeah, like you've got so many different off branches that tell you different things that contradict each other.
Yeah.
Different versions that exist in history. Like, at what point how can you be hardcore Christian?
So you've got the fallen angels. The easier one to say is the fallen angels.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're called the Watchers. Sometimes the Geeky.
Sounds Irish.
But and there's some named.
Gaelic, not quite.
Gaelic covers not just Irish.
Well,
Gaelic covers Ireland, Wales, and Scotland.
Gaelic.
Some.
No, I'm not defining myself by Irish. Anyway, go back.
But yeah, some of them are named, but they were. The best way of looking at it is 1/3. Obviously, with the Great Angel War.
Great Angel War. Oh, is this when Lucifer defied God?
Yep.
Yeah.
1/3 of the angels fell.
Jeez. That's a lot. Gods that fell. Oh, angels that
Yep.
fell.
Some went to hell. Well, actually, of them ones, most went to hell, but some stayed on Earth, interacted with humans. Or in some tales, but in some stories, they were sent to Earth to do God's bidding and fell in love with mortal women.
Oh.
And birthed humans. Well, birthed half-breeds.
Cain and Abel?
Nope.
Maybe?
No, Nephilim.
No, Nephilims. Yeah,
The Nephilims are children of fallen angels and mortal women.
Is there any stories about them?
There's some, all quite contradictory, depending on which one you look at.
Yeah.
But one of the main things that is said about the Nephilim were they were giants.
Right.
And the reason for Noah's flood
Was to kill them off.
was because of the Nephilim.
Oh, because of the Nephilim.
To wipe the Nephilim off the earth and basically wipe all evil off the earth.
I think that's how supernatural actually explains the flood.
Yeah, that is one of the stories of the flood. God did it to punish humans for creating the Nephilim. Because he couldn't punish the angels because they'd already fallen. I know.
Wiping out a bunch of humans because of it.
I know.
Like, oh, Noah, just pick up 2 of everything for me. Because that will help repopulate the planet.
So some of the named angels, Samyaza. Yeah.
Sorry, go back. What
Samyaza
is
is the leader of the fallen angels.
Okay.
He's the head one of them all.
General to Lucifer or something.
No. It depends which story you look at. Some, yes, he's the general to Lucifer. Some, he was the one who convinced the others to go to Earth and interact with the humans.
Oh.
Depending on which one you look at.
Yeah.
So some of the other ones, you have Arachiel, Ramiel, Kokabeel, which is a name you might have heard. No? Tamiel, Ramiel, Danel, Chazakiel, Barakiel. Yeah, again, there's a lot of eels.
Sorry, God was definitely.
Yeah. Asael,
He's drunk.
Anmanos, which is a weird one.
Naming kids.
Yep. Batariel. Yep. Bezaliel. Yep. Zakiel. Shamsiel. Satiriel. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Turiel. Yomiel. Sariel.
Yummy.
And another one name you might have heard, Azazel.
Yeah, Azazel.
Yep. Is a fallen angel. One of the chief fallen angels. So, and obviously, like we were saying, they interacted with the humans, the Nephilim were born. So, yeah. Basically, everything that went wrong was either blamed on angels or humans.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Right, so your face melted with Angelology.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for Demonology.
Okay, so fallen angels are definitely different from demons.
Yes, but some of the angels that fell became demons or lords of hell. So, yeah.
And it's not specified why some became just fallen and some became demons.
Again, like we were saying
Is it all
with
the
the
ones
other
that fell
bit.
into hell became demons?
Yes, and also again, some of them, like the ones we were talking about earlier, they fell because they mated with humans, so they weren't part of Lucifer's rebellion.
They weren't about the rebellion, right?
They fell because they were just horny bastards, basically.
You know, by saying that, we basically have to make this an 18 now.
Yeah, it's at one F-bomb, it's fine. PG-13 can allow one
You
F-bomb.
said the F-bomb. You said
Yeah, still. But yeah, so with it,
Yep.
so the highest lords of hell are the 7 princes of hell. So
Hang on, say that again.
the highest ranking demons in hell, so
Yeah.
the lords of hell,
Yeah.
are the 7 princes of hell. That's what they're called colloquially.
Okay.
The 7 princes. So now with the 7 archangels, they all represented the virtues.
Yeah.
With the 7 princes of hell,
The 7 deadly sins.
each one represents one sin,
Okay.
which is the reason they fell.
Right.
So Beelzebub,
Yep.
the deadly sin of gluttony,
So, what? Did he eat too much?
over excess. So I have actually got a little bit of paper for you to understand it.
Okay.
So that is the 7 deadly sins and virtues, how they are. So when I read it, you'll be able to see. So Satan, the sin of wrath. Leviathan,
So, forgiving.
yep, is the opposing one. Leviathan is envy.
Kindness.
Yep. Mammon, greed.
Chastity.
Yep.
Okay, so chastity doesn't necessarily mean
Sexual. It's
sexual.
chastity with everything.
So
Control.
it's kind of restraint for stuff then. Which isn't that similar to
So let's have a look at what you're looking at.
it was self-restraint, that was it, self-restraint.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between chastity and
So
self-restraint?
yeah. So lust is the opposite of chastity.
Yeah.
Gluttony, the opposite is temperance. Greed, the opposite is charity.
Oh, charity.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
charity.
Charity. See, I can't read.
Good. It's my writing. Yeah. So it's charity is the opposite of greed.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Another prince of hell is Belphegor, who is the deadly sin of sloth.
Okay, so it's
Yep.
like a lack of understanding.
Yep. Asmodeus,
Yeah.
yep, is the sin of lust. So, as you can see, that each oppose a certain virtue.
Oh, stop.
Yep. And then the one everyone knows, Lucifer. Pride. Yep. And pride was his downfall.
Aha!
He fell because he led the rebellion against God. He thought he could be better than God. which is why he fell. God cast him out.
So did this happen before Adam and Eve, didn't it?
Yes.
This happened before.
This happened before the first humans.
Because Lucifer has to fall in order to start being able to have his shapeshift. Well, he does all his shapeshifting stuff.
That's never specified whether he's able to do that before or after.
Okay. But so hang on. So a war took place before humans
Between
even were
in heaven.
in heaven. So
basically,
try and understand a little bit of like the lore here. Is that God created
God
the world.
created the universe.
Yeah, and it created everything in quotation marks 7 days.
Right, that's one story. But the thing is, this is before that. That's how God created the earth.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise they made a distinction.
It's not canonically, but most of this is taken from things like the Book of Enoch, the Lesser Key of Solomon, the Greater Key of Solomon.
Oh, so these are texts that aren't usually mentioned and talked about.
No.
But much, much older than any renditions we'll know anything about.
Yep. So there was the war in heaven.
Yeah.
And Lucifer was cast out with every single angel that followed him.
Okay, so God made the universe. Then God made Earth.
Then, no. God made the universe, then God made the angels.
God made the angels, and then the angels decided to rebel.
Some of them decided to rebel because Lucifer thought he could do it better.
So Lucifer gets born and then goes like, nah, I can do a better job than
But
this.
it's never specified how long it is.
Just an amount of time happened, and then Lucifer's like,
I can do
"You
that,
know what,
guys.
guys, I can do better than this."
And he fell. And then obviously, like I was saying earlier, so 1/3 of the angels of heaven followed Lucifer.
So do you think maybe Lucifer's falling and the angels falling was a lead up to him creating humanity then?
Possible.
Like a new do-over almost of like the angels were a failed.
But some of the angels weren't.
Some of them.
Because
Well, they stayed subservient to God, didn't they?
Yep.
Which I don't think is right.
No.
I think free will is the true way forward.
No, and that's why a lot of them say that the angels fell because they had free will. They chose to do it.
Yeah, but then Lucifer decided to give us the tree of knowledge and allow humanity to break free of the prison of Eden. So, sorry, Garden of Eden. Sorry.
Depends on how you look at it. So they are the 7 princes of hell.
Mm-hmm.
They are the arch nemesis of the 7 archangels.
Okay.
And in some stories, and in some iterations, it's mentioned in the Lucifer TV series, Lucifer and Michael are brothers.
Yeah.
And Michael was the one that fought Lucifer.
And cast him out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is actually, in some biblical canons, true.
Wow. Sad times.
Being cast out of heaven by your brother.
Yeah,
Because your daddy wasn't happy with you.
The thing is, though, it's like, let's be honest, like, he went from having a massive, really bright lit room to being gothy as hell and ruling over damn souls. Like, I don't think Lucifer lost out too much.
No.
Because he's even lording over, like,
He's
the
got his
other
own realm.
angels and stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, as much as it's a cast out, did Lucifer really lose out much? Seems like the favourite son of a bit, doesn't he?
Yep. So the next in the hierarchy are the 4 queens of hell.
So we've got the 7 princesses,
Yep.
and Lucifer's one of them.
Yep.
And now we've got
4 queens
4
of hell.
queens of hell. Is there like a hierarchy?
Nope. They all
just exist.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you know, hell's sounding more and more like a place I would rather go to than heaven. Like,
obviously
Christianity, you're not making it like.
So obviously the 7 princes, they have more dominion because they are more powerful.
Yeah, okay.
So they have a bit more sway.
Yeah. The fact that everyone's kind of like no one's making a decent argument here for why I should stay humble and true and honest to myself.
So
when I could go to hell and hang out with a bunch of people who don't see themselves better than anyone else. Like, come on, guys.
So the 4 queens of hell, you'll probably only know one of them.
Lily?
Yep. You won't know the others, trust me. Or if you do, I'll be surprised.
Illith.
No.
Billith.
Doesn't quite work
Pillith.
like that. So obviously.
Deborah.
So
Karen.
No, Karen's not.
Karen.
One. Karen is
Karen's
not one.
a queen of hell.
No, Karen fucking ends up in hell. So obviously Lilith, the first woman.
Karen. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So obviously, do you know much about the story?
I know that it's something we don't talk about much when you go to Sunday school and stuff.
No, because
Lilith...
it's mainly pulled from Judaic systems of belief.
But she was the first woman that
She was
Adam
the
was given.
first wife of Adam.
Yeah. Not born from his ribs.
Nope, created equal from the
See,
same
that-
dirt that Adam was created.
Christianity and misogyny showing. Like, you get rid of Lilith because she is equal to Adam, and instead you birth a woman who's subservient to him.
And do you know the reason Lilith abandoned Eden?
Why?
She refused to lie under Adam during sex.
Christianity and misogyny is showing so broadly, you're making us all uncomfortable right now. Jesus! Oh my...
Because Adam saw himself as master.
Yeah, sorry, headcanon officially, Loki is God. Official headcanon, man. I'm sold. Loki is God, and Boulder is just Lucifer. Like, sold, man. I'm sold. So, headcanon sorted. I can't wait for us to do a podcast where we're going to headcanon all these religions. It's going to be great.
So one of Lilith's other names is Mother of Demons.
Yeah.
Because as the story goes, when she left Eden, before she left Eden, when... Pardon me? Bit of demon coming out there. But...
Cast you out, man! Cast you out, dog one!
Don't work.
Tell me your name!
Gary.
Gary, be gone! Gary, be gone!
But yeah, so once she refused to lie under Adam, she said the ineffable name of God. She basically called God down. And said,
ultimate femme move. Hey! I want to see you down here right now.
Yep. And that's why, if you actually look at a lot of feminism now, they use Lilith as a figurehead. Because she was...
Go, do it.
Yeah.
Freaking do it, guys.
No.
Yes.
And so she pronounced the ineffable name of God, called him down and said no. And then she was cast out of Eden. And when she was cast out, she was chased by 3 angels to bring her back to Eden. Yep. And basically the angel said, if you consent to being subservient, you can return to Eden. And she said no. And basically there was this whole thing where basically they said, right, well, we'll kill all your children. And she said, oh, fine, well, I'll kill all human children. Yeah.
I know.
While all this is going on, Adam's been put to sleep.
Adam's just got... No, I'm taking a nap.
No.
Enough of this.
God put him to sleep. And when he did,
bro,
he created Eve from his rib.
Bro, you ain't sticking up for your wife, even if she's making some fair points. You, man, you're going to sleep, you're going to get yourself a trad wife, and you're going to shut the hell up.
Yep.
I didn't realise how much I was going to love this.
I told you.
Oh
I told you.
God. Like, I know we're going to headcanon all these religions and stuff, but I know we've also had the serious talk about how Christianity, let's be honest, it feels very much like a bunch of people got a lot of the really cool religions, merged them all together and was like, we're going to use this to control the masses. And you telling me that Lilith got kicked out of Eden because she wouldn't be subservient to Adam, and then she was captured and go, look, you can live in Eden, all you got to do is bend the knee. And she just Jon Snowden went, I don't bend the knee. Like, how can you have that as a reason for someone being casted into evil?
Well, the thing is,
what?
A lot of this is pulled from studies of, obviously, the Bible, the Torah. Because if you actually look in the Bible, in Genesis, there's actually two contradictory stories of the creation of man and woman.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not really Christianity, is it? Because a lot of this has been eradicated from modern Christian kind of like stories. It's more of the older elements that modern Christianity is based on, the Judaism and
the Torah is the book of Judaism.
Torah, that's it, Torah, yeah.
Yes and no, because it depends on what branch, but I'm not getting into that.
Oh god.
But yeah, so
this is why I just stick to the cool fantasy stuff, because there's so much politics and religion.
There's one story that speaks of a man and a woman made at the same time.
Yeah.
But then the next verse speaks of a woman being made from man.
That sounds like a cut.
So
a cut a whole section of the story out, and it's like.
And that's where the story of Lilith is said.
Yeah, that sounds like someone being like, hang on, let's pick up my early text for a second. Women are equal to men and will have equal rights and not be treated like scum. Sorry, I never saw it. Never saw it. Women were born from man and must service of our every whim. Misogyny, this is not.
So, right.
Jesus.
So that's Lilith.
Yep.
One of the four queens.
Yeah.
Hold up, let me just put the light on. I'm going blind.
Going blind.
I'm blind in the old age.
We are like 30 odd now, kid.
I know, man.
We're getting a bit old now.
You're a kid, not me. You're younger.
Yeah, but I'm also a dad now.
So the
running me around, I feel old at times.
So the other queens of hell.
Yep. Sorry, we got way off track.
Aisha Zununim.
Zununim.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool name.
Oh, they are. These ones are.
Why is it always evil things and cool things? Like, it's almost like you're being told,
Mm-hmm.
go over there. Just go over there.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's it.
Another one is Agrat Bat Malat.
Do you want to say that again?
Agrat Bat Malat.
You know, guys, that he's practiced that several times to make sure he got it right.
And I've watched quite a few videos with people talking about demonology.
Yeah,
so
this is cool. So, who is that?
Not there's not much known about them. They're just known as the Queens of Hell. Some sources, I mean, I've still got one more to name, which is Nama. Some stories say these are fallen angels that fell with Lucifer. Some say they are children of Lilith.
So, hang on. Lilith was a human created by God.
Yep.
And therefore was sent to hell for not being subservient.
No, she was cast out.
Cast out, yeah.
And basically she made a deal with, and because she was cast out, she was cursed.
Right.
And she basically made a deal with three angels, basically saying they would come after her children, but she would go after human children. But if she saw an amulet on the child with the names of those three angels, she wouldn't touch him.
And she went around just murdering babies?
Yeah.
In anger. And she got cast out, and that's why she got sent. Okay, alright. So at least there's like a legit reason why a human got sent straight to hell, and some
stories say that. Some
didn't.
stories say that she fell in love with Lucifer, and she is Lucifer's first wife. Some say she is the wife of Samael.
But Lucifer treated way better than Andrade.
Probably. So those are the four queens.
Yep.
So at the moment, pretty decent hierarchy.
Yeah.
You've got 7 men, 4 women in charge.
Doesn't sound that bad to be honest.
Yeah. And they're all
better representation than we've had most of the time.
They all let you follow your desires.
This is why everyone should just be freaking Satanist, man. Like,
so then,
what's not to love?
So the next group, are the 72 pillars of hell.
Oh Jesus, you've got a name for all of them.
Yes, they are named, and
72
they are ranked.
Pillars.
Yep, and they are ranked as well.
Are these beings though?
These are demons.
They're called pillars.
These are demons.
Why are they called pillars?
Because they are like basically the lords. They're the next one down in the hierarchy.
Okay.
So you've got the 7 princes, 4 queens, 72 pillars, and then the other demons. So there
This
is a
seems like
hierarchy in hell.
This sounds like a decent parliamentary system. This
Yeah.
does. You've got your 7 high ups that make all the massive decisions.
and
then-
rule hell.
Then you've got the 4
4
women
queens who
underneath
rule
that,
along them.
that probably okay the sanctions. And then you've got your 72 people to scrutinise every single issue before it goes to the masses. Like,
Yep.
this sounds like British politics. Can we reassign ourselves to be like the Satanist version of political systems?
And so, within the 72 pillars,
Yep.
you have 7 different ranks. And these are like titles that they. So yeah, so as you're saying with the like the hierarchy,
Mm-hmm.
within this one, the ranks are King, Duke, Prince, Marquis, President, Count, and Knight.
And then you'll have they'll separate into those
So
categories.
within the 72 pillars, right. So these numbers will add up to more than 72 because some demons hold more than one title.
Right.
So there are 9 kings,
Mm-hmm.
23 dukes, 7 princes.
Wait. So that's 39.
Yep. 15 marquis.
40, 54. No, 50. What did you say, number?
15.
It's 54.
14 presidents.
68.
11 counts
79.
and 1 knight.
80. Is 80 a significant number in religion?
Not so much now.
Okay. So
No, it's just some of the demons hold more than one
80,
title.
so there's 8 so
8
there's
demons that hold 2
two
titles.
titles.
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, so right, I'll just go. Through.
Guessing Lucifer. No, because Lucifer's not.
Lucifer is a
Lucifer's
prince of hell.
Okay.
So King Baal.
Right.
You have Duke Agares, Prince Vasago, Marquis Samagina, President Marbas, Duke Valefor,
This sounds like someone played too much Final Fantasy. It really does.
Marquis Ammon,
Right.
Duke Barbatos,
Right.
King Paimon. I know
Paimon.
that sounds like a Pokemon or a Digimon.
Really does. It sounds like a Digimon, that does.
I knew what you were thinking with that one. President Buer,
Yeah.
Duke Guson,
Gouchon.
bit of a French one there.
Bit of a French demon coming on.
Prince Cetri,
Cetri.
yep. King Beleth, Marquis Levaye,
It's a cool name.
Duke Elegos.
Elagos. That sounds like a Final Fantasy character. Jesus.
Oh, so where do you think Final Fantasy got some of their names and all the stuff got
Probably.
from this sort of thing?
Probably.
Duke Zapar.
Zappa.
Right, this is the first one that's got 2 titles.
Okay.
So he is sometimes a count or a president.
Okay.
Bottis.
Bottis.
Then you have Duke Baclian, Duke Salos, King Person.
Oh,
Like I
guys, if you're still here listening, I just turned a page and it's just filled with just names.
said, yep. This, like I said, there's 72 pillars.
I can't. I'm not gonna. Do you know this is why this is in the Geeky archive because in order to kind of remember this, I'm gonna have to come back to it about 10 times. I'm like,
So then we have Count or President Morax,
Morax. It's a cool name.
Count or Prince Ippos,
That sounds Egyptian.
Duke Aim.
Duke Aim.
Yep. Oh, wait till you hear some of the other ones. Marquis Naberius. Sounds Roman.
Sounds like someone's just suspicious of the Marquis. Marquis. Dubarius.
No, Naberius.
Nabarius. He is Nabarius. You mean nefarious? No. Nabarius. he's a suspicious bear. Nabarius.
Then we have Count or President Glacier Labolus. Yep.
Definitely sounds like a character from a video game. It's like a final boss on top of a castle somewhere.
Duke Bune.
Bune.
Mm-hmm. Marquis or Count Renove.
Right.
Duke Berith. Mm-hmm. Duke Astaroth.
Astaroth. That's
Yep.
a strong name.
And that is actually, if you remember way, way back to our childhood,
Oh god, no. But carry on. It's like 20
Bedknobs and
odd years.
Broomsticks.
I never watched Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
The Star of Astaroth was a piece in that film that could do magic.
Right. Thank you. I will archive that bit of information for when I do a random trivia on Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Good film, you should watch it.
I probably should one day.
Marquis Fornius.
Fornius.
Mm-hmm. President Foras.
Faras.
King Asmodee.
Asmodee. It's not sure not Asmodeus.
No, Asmodee, because Asmodeus is one of the 7 princes of hell.
There's no connection
Nope.
though. Oh, weird.
Prince or President Gap.
Gap. Before we continue,
I've probably said that wrong
the
because there is
72 pillars.
Yep.
Are these also fallen angels that became demons?
In some stories, yes. These are all demons
Are fallen
are
angels.
fallen angels. In some stories,
Right.
all demons are fallen angels. It's just these are the ones with the power. These control legions of demons.
Right.
Some have more, some have less. So some have like 33 legions of demons. Some have 66 legions of demons.
Depends on how powerful you are, basically.
Yeah, basically. Count Furfur. I knew you'd react like that one to that one.
Count Furfur. That's made up by children. That's a name made up by children.
Actually, these were all written down by King Solomon,
Okay, King Solomon was.
who did a version of the Bible as well.
Do you think like he was
Solomon's Bible.
petting his cat one day?
Maybe.
It's just like, Furfur, I'm gonna make you canon in the great religion.
Then
Duke Furfur.
Then you got Marquis Marcosius.
Marquis Marcosius.
Yeah, it sounds like if we can spell that, does.
Marquis
Then again,
Marcosius.
Because I actually do have a copy of the Lesser Key of Solomon, and it actually shows you the sigils for all of the 72 pillars to some of them.
Let's do it.
Well,
What could be worse than
Oh,
living in the world now?
Some of them would actually grant you favours, but there's always a twist to it. Some would grant you knowledge.
I live in Britain right now, mate.
I know.
Would you? Do you
I know.
think there's anything that would be a bad twist for me
I
at
know,
this point?
Yeah. And the next one, Prince Stolas.
Stolas.
Now, for people out there that watch Hell of a Boss and what's the other one that's connected to it?
Hell of a boss.
It's a cartoon. Some of the names that they use, characters they use, are actually
Cartoon or manga or anime?
cartoon. My missus watches it, that's why I know.
Because there's a lot of animes.
Animes, yes.
They because you can definitely tell that Japanese and German culture has a lot of mixes and stuff.
Yes,
at
there is a
times
lot.
because of
Well, I mean, one of the biggest ones with anime that uses a lot of the 72 pillars and demonology is High School DxD.
I've never seen that one.
It's a fan service anime, basically.
Yeah.
But the story behind it is quite coherent. And
Have you got that?
Yes, I've got all 4 seasons.
I'll borrow it.
It's on Crunchyroll.
I know. Crunchyroll.
Oh, you don't have Crunchyroll, but yeah. And within High School DxD, they do like bring other mythologies into it as well, because you have Odin in there, Loki.
Yeah.
Hades appears in one of the seasons as well as a giant skeleton.
Nice.
Yeah. But so back to it. Another one that's kind of ironic that I mentioned that, because this is one of the 72 pillars. Marquis Phoenix,
Phoenix.
sometimes called Phoenix,
Oh.
is one of the main characters in High School DxD.
Also, it's a bird. Fire.
Yes. Eternal Hellfire.
Ah.
So phoenixes are actually demons.
It depends on how you look at it. Or they have abilities similar to a phoenix, whatever.
Why? Because the phoenix can allow you to come back from the dead because the phoenix feathers.
Yep.
And therefore you're a
And
defined
tears.
god. And tears. Yeah, with Harry Potter.
Yep. Count Halfas
Count Halfas.
and President Malphas.
President Malphas.
Yep.
Now they're demon names. They
Yep.
are.
Count Raum.
Realm. That
Mhm.
sounds like an Egyptian name.
Yeah, it does. Duke Folklore.
Duke Folklore.
No, Duke Folklore.
Duke Folklore.
Duke Vapar.
Duke Vapar.
Yep. Marquis Sabrock.
Marquis Sadbrock.
Sabrock. Not sad. He's not sad.
Sadbrock. Brock Sad.
Yeah, because he couldn't get Nurse Joy.
He tried all the nurses, he tried all the policemen,
Oh, yeah, and he couldn't get him.
tried all the gym leaders and couldn't get nothing.
Nope.
Sadbrock. Sorry, what was that one? It was...
Marquis Sabrock. You got me at it now.
We'll just carry on from
Yeah. Marquis Shax.
Shax.
Mm-hmm. S-H-A-X.
Shax.
Mm-hmm. So, or King or Count Vine.
King or Count
Mhm.
Vine. He's not too picky. He's a king or a count.
Some of them aren't. Count Bifrons. I know.
Bifrons.
Yeah.
Bifrons, anyone? Bifrons?
Yeah. Duke Vual.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite a posh sounding one.
Wow.
President Hagenti.
President Hi Genti.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a karate move.
President Hi Genti.
Duke Crocel. Again,
Is that a
quite-
demon's version of crochet?
Quite posh sounding. Knight Furcas. Yeah. I knew you'd love this bit. I knew it. I just knew it.
Duke Ferras.
Furcas. Not you. Anyway. King Balam.
Balam.
Mhm.
Blam blam blam.
Duke Alices.
That's again a cool demon name.
Mhm.
That's a good demon name.
President Kime.
Kime.
Yep. This one.
That's one of those names where like you go to like break into an enemy encampment and they're like name and you go Kime.
Yep. This next one you're gonna love. Duke or Count Murmur.
Murmur. Count Duke. Murmur.
Prince Orabas.
Bravas.
Duke Gremory.
Gremory.
Mm-hmm. President Os.
Os.
O-S-E. So if I've said that wrong, I don't know.
O-S-E.
Yeah. Don't know whether
Os.
I don't know
Os,
if it's
maybe?
Os or
Os.
Osse.
I think Os.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
This one is brilliant. President Amy.
Is it literally spelled A-M-Y?
Yep.
Okay. Whoever wrote these 72 pillars was just writing them. And it was like, no one will know. No one's going to read all 72 names.
That name wasn't around when this was written. That's a modern name. Amy is.
Ooh. So why do they know the name? Time travel, mate. Told you, time travel.
Marquis Arias.
Marquis Arias.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like he's a rich sod.
Yeah, it does. Really does.
Arias.
Duke Vapula. Yeah. I knew you were gonna do that. Maybe it's a good thing people can't see us. And then the next one, King or President Zagan.
Zigan.
Mm-hmm. President Valak. Marquis Andras. Mm-hmm. Duke Flauros. Again, getting some French sounding. Marquis Andriolphus.
Andriolphus, coming for your tea.
Yeah, it does sound like quite a old school British name.
The servants have cooked you stew again.
Marquis. Let me just read the other way. Marquis Kirananis, I think it is. Yeah, I think that's what that says.
People felt like the Japanese needed a demon as well.
Oh, the Japanese have demons. Trust me.
Yeah, they have cooler demons though.
Duke Amdicius.
Odysseus.
No, Amdicius. Amdusias.
Odysseus.
No, not Odysseus. He's Greek.
Odysseus.
Odysseus fell in love with his
Why
mom.
can't you go to work today? Odysseus.
King Belial.
Belial.
Which is a name you've probably heard.
Yeah, Belial.
Marquis.
There's 1 9.
Yeah. I might have actually missed that off one of the names. Might have to go back again. Oh no, there it is. Knight Furcas. I did say it. Anyway, Marquis Decarabia.
Caribbean. That sounds like a Caribbean cruise.
It does, yeah. Well, yeah, they've got to include everyone.
You've got to include everyone, including the Caribbean,
Yeah.
the Caribbean cruise names.
Prince Seria.
Syria.
I might be saying that wrong because it's Seere. Yeah, it's a
Siri?
could be, yeah. Siri.
Siri. Even Siri has a demon now.
Don't have Siri on your phone, it's a demon. Duke Dantalion.
Duke
You
Dantalion.
might have heard that name before, Dantalion.
No, that's Dogtalion, and that's one of the 4 Musketeers, mate.
Yeah. Close enough.
It might be something else.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
And then the last one, Count Andromalius.
Andromalius. That's a strong name.
It is. Some of these ones are like you hear and you're like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with him. And so with these demons,
Yes.
they have various forms.
Of course they do.
Some can be human-like.
Mm-hmm.
Some can be mix of human animal.
Nice.
Some could be, and when I say mix of human and animal, any mix you can think of, they could appear as.
That's really interesting. Sorry, that just made me think of something. In a book series that I read, so it's a teen fiction one. It's called the Power of 5.
Oh yes, I've heard of that.
Have you heard about Power of 5? And in that, there's these monsters called the Old Ones, and they do suggest that maybe that's what the idea of demons and stuff are based off. And one of because there's different factions in this like great conglomerate of demonic beings, and one of the factions are what I can't really call them, but they're like an amalgamation of half man, half beast, and sometimes. Yeah, and it's just like it's either like a head of a beast and the body
human
of a man.
body or animal body with a human head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's so that's where that probably comes from.
And a lot. Well, it can come from, that can come from Egyptian as well. Because remember, some of their gods were human bodied with animal heads.
But these are like they're
demonic, like.
and they're more seen as like the foot soldiers. So the fact
Yeah.
that these are the 72 pillars and they're like several forms lower than the
They're not
princes
the highest, but they are.
and the old ones in the Power of 5, like you do have like
ones above them.
the ones at the bottom are the humans who have given themselves over to the demons, and then above them are like the rich ones that have accepted the dark ones, but they've got a bit more clothing, and then above them is where you have the beasts, who are part human, part monster, and then above them you have the swarm of flies, I think they are. They're swarms of flies that can become physical soldiers.
Yes, yeah.
Because the flies got so close together, they can form like it's like 12 or something physical soldiers.
All right, yeah.
And then above them you have these massive monsters that just. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. But it just when you talked about half like
they
some
can
of
be
them.
combinations of human.
It's interesting. That might be where some of the idea for the old ones came from. Them.
So that's the 72 pillars, and then below them are the demons.
Mm-hmm.
So just the generic demons that torture people, run around hell,
Yeah.
and possess people. I mean, all of these can possess and torture. They all do.
Yeah. Supernatural taught me that.
So then the next demons, they're named, but they're not given any rank or title.
Okay.
I won't name all of them because some of them are a bit unusual and obscure, so it's not well known. But that you have Abaddon.
That name rings a bell.
Yep. Behemoth.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts has a
Yep.
Kingdom Heartless called a Behemoth.
Cameo.
Cameo.
Yep. Lamashtu.
Do you think Cameo just appears everywhere all the time?
Possible, yeah. Just hi. Obviously, like I said, Lamashtu.
Lamashtu.
Lamia, which in some religions is a mythical creature. So it's half woman, half snake.
And stops you coffee making stains on it.
No, that's laminate. This one you're gonna love, Leonard.
Leonard!
Probably said differently, but
Torture that human, Leonard!
Mara.
Mara. Ooh! In Supernatural, Mara is the name given to the darkness, who is actually
the shadows.
No, in Supernatural, she is the sister of God.
Well, there's some stories and some beliefs and the way people think is Mara are nightmarish creatures. Hence where the word nightmare comes from. Night Mara.
Night Mara.
One you probably will recognise the name of. Mephistopheles.
No.
Mephistopheles. From Marvel.
You mean Mephisto?
Mephisto. Is inspired by possibly inspired by an actual demon.
Wouldn't be surprised.
No, yeah.
Marvel has like Thor.
Yeah. So they've done a lot of research with things. Changed things obviously to fit their world.
Disneyfy it! Well,
I
actually,
mean,
no, it was
just-
Marvel by
yeah.
then, wasn't it? No, comic book it!
Moloch.
Moloch.
Pazuzu.
That's a strong
It
demon
is.
name.
Moloch. Pazuzu.
I bet he gets laughed at a lot.
And the other ones that I'm going to name, Incubus and Succubus,
Yeah.
are actually demons. Some consider them children of Lilith. And
Yeah.
some consider Lilith to be the first succubus.
In Supernatural, the Lilith is seen as the one that kind of... No, it's not Lilith, it's Eve, isn't it? In Supernatural, Eve turns out to be like the creator of all demons.
So they've basically taken Lilith's story and given it to Eve.
I think so. I remember Lilith being in Supernatural, but I can't remember what she was.
They might have just put her as like the first woman, sort of thing.
I need to rewatch all Supernatural.
Yeah.
Like I only really watched Supernatural once all the way through. I need to redo it again because you've not seen Supernatural, have you? So it might be a show we'll cover on archives.
Yeah.
It's like 15 seasons.
Oh, no,
It's
there's a lot.
lot of
Yeah.
story. And I took. Anyway, the next
Yeah.
video we do though, it's gonna be Westworld. And that's gonna be so good. Right. So I'm gonna have to re-listen to this video to absorb half of that.
Yeah, well, your brain melted out, I saw it.
Yeah.
So just leaking down
There
your
were
arm.
so many names.
Oh, there
brain
is.
has just gone. What? But it's interesting. I learned that potentially some of the old ones, the idea of them are based off
Demons, angels.
demon-based
Yep.
monsters. And Supernatural got a bunch of things right. Maybe they could possibly change something.
No,
as
what,
well.
what they probably would have done is like with the Lucifer TV series, they would have taken the core thing, changed it slightly.
Yeah.
Because like with
God's a villain in Supernatural.
yeah,
It's amazing. He turns out to be an author who basically, this is kind of like a massive jump for all the stuff that happened in Supernatural, but it's kind of funny. Basically, he turns out to be an author, and the whole existence created, all the different universes and everything, is all because he wanted to create a story about Sam and Dean. Like, literally, the story becomes meta, that you find out that the reason Sam and Dean always the reason Sam and Dean always go through all of the they always come out on top and they're always like surviving situations is because they are literally the main characters of their world. Hit me. Like they are, the show admits that they are the main characters and that they have plot armor because they are the main characters. And God decides
main character powers.
Exactly, but it becomes part of the lore of the universe. I think it's what I like shows that do that when they introduce, like when did you watch She-Hulk?
No, I haven't.
Well, in She-Hulk, at the very end, she breaks the fourth. It's like you know that's her power. She breaks the fourth in the Disney app on the Disney Plus thing, and steps out and meets the creator of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kevin.
Yeah,
but it's not Kevin Feige though. It's a robot called Kevin, and it's an anagram for something. But obviously it is a stand-in for Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
But obviously because with the media theory thing, it's like, well, it's the in-universe.
Kevin.
It's the in-universe Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
And what's so cool, what Disney did is they basically admitted that this creature Kevin, this god entity Kevin, manipulates the timeline to make it basically viewable for the audience, essentially. So what Disney's done, which I don't know if enough people have thought about, is any retcons Disney does, any changes, they
can blame on him.
They just go, well, it's an in-universe thing. Kevin did it. And people are like, well, it's just a retcon. Yeah, but Kevin did it. It's an in-universe. Like, it might feel like a cheap thing, but I'm sorry, Disney's done this. Like, if you accept the canon universe story of it is, Kevin is the god of all of Marvel, and if he decides a change needs to happen,
he can.
It does.
Yeah.
Because Kevin decided.
Kevin is God.
Kevin is God. And I love that. Like, some people might find that looks like a cheap part. I'm like, no, that is really clever, because if you're building this amazing universe and you might end up making a few errors and mistakes, it's like, well, this isn't canon. Why did it happen then? Well, because Kevin was trying something and then just decided, that's not canon.
Yeah.
But because we are viewing the world through what Kevin has given us, that's why we get to see everything that happens.
And see it in that, and then if it changes that, they must have changed it right there.
Exactly. Because we are on the same plane of existence as Kevin is.
Yeah.
And therefore we view everything and Kevin creates it for us. To me, I love that. Anyway, we went way off tangent. We need to finish this video.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, Dave.
I thought you would, and I knew you'd laugh, especially with some of the demon names. I knew you'd love them.
I am more and more convinced that either the idea of the Judaism / Christianity is that it's a branch off from Ragnarok, or it is just created by someone who's just like, I'm going to take all these religions, I'm going to amalgamate them into a single one, and I'm going to make it about humans and one man and about misogyny.
Well, what I will do, I'll lend you, basically the Ars Goetia, which is the 3 books that Solomon wrote.
Right.
Which is, I can't remember what the first one's called, but then it's the Greater Key and then the Lesser Key. They go into demonology quite a bit. Might be something interesting for you to read.
Yeah, man.
So I've got copies of them.
Yeah, man. Sounds fun.
And but one thing I will say, no summoning them. It's got the sigils in, but no summoning them.
Well, mate, if it was possible, I would be tempted to. The intrusive thought would just be like,
you're not the only one. I've got them upstairs in my spare room, and I'm just like, no, behave, David.
My intrusive thought would just be like, it's no worse than the current government.
No,
it's no worse.
You just have
Palpatine. You just have do it. Execute Order 66.
Do you mean execute Order 666?
Hey! Big brain! On that cheese, we're going to end this video here. And we hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I thought you would. It is an interesting topic.
I think you're going to enjoy Westworld next.
Yeah.
I think that because that goes into a lot of the idea of creation and all that, and obviously being two post-Christian-esque like children, I think it will be interesting because it does, like, the way that I've at least viewed the show on being like, it's a story of like humans basically became God and created new life.
The thing is, that's one thing that when you look at a lot of religions, they say that humanity's purpose is to ascend. however that comes, we are supposed to ascend.
Yeah.
Whether that's joining God or the gods in heaven, or
just transcending our physical selves.
Yeah.
And we're tangenting and we're going to
we
the
always
video
do.
here. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening in.
Yep.
Hope you liked the video. If you have, please hit that like button. Leave us a comment. Tell us
who your favourite demon is.
Yeah, who is your favourite demon? I want you to listen to the entirety of this video several times until you've listened to all those names.
And if you want to, just go on the internet. You'll find out a lot more information on what the demons can do for you.
And then tell us, and what we'll do is we will take it upon ourselves to
summon
that demon. Anyway,
I've
guys.
got the books that can.
Anyway, guys, thank you for listening.
Yep.
And we will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.